Welcome, everybody. This is DERELL with DERELL, the Rebirth, with the Conscious Clientele. Happy to be here. Unfortunately, I'm not happy to be here to do this particular type of live stream. I'm just talking in remembrance of my brother, Darrin Marion. I'm just going to kind of, talk about my experience with him as knowing Darrin man for like a little bit over maybe a year and a half to 2 years. Um, these YouTube streets, man, like one of the most um, painful things about being on YouTube is that um, there's a lot of tragedy that goes on in YouTube. Um, this is an example, man. Like I've known several people directly and indirectly that have passed away, and this just adds one to the list. Um, this was a beautiful brother who I just want to give condolences to his family. Again, guys, for those coming in, I'm referencing my brother named Darrin Marion, who was an entrepreneur, was into a lot of different things as far as education. He had a school. He educated children. Darrin Marion did a lot of internet type services with websites and technology and so on, financial stuff. What's up, Kev? How you doing, brother? Thank you for coming in bright and early. I don't usually do live streams in the morning. Uh, I stopped doing a lot of live streams in the morning. The morning time is a pivotal part of my day in which I spend a great deal of time with staff and clients, and I may watch you all while I'm in the process. But again, guys, I just wanted to come out. For those that don't know, my brother Darrin Marion, I met Darrin Marion actually around, I want to say the springtime, maybe March, April of 2020. Darrin Marion actually was a constant viewer of my show until I came back to the sector. And then I guess he wasn't interested in that. And I can understand why. But when I was doing managed content, he was a constant fixture. Sometimes he would come on the panel, and what I will do, if I can find some of the videos, I should be able to find some of the videos that I've done somewhere in October, November, maybe December. Uh, he was visible in the chat, and he would come up every now and then. He was not a person that would come up a lot, but every now and then Darrin Marion would uh, make his presence known on my panel, and he would give great insight and analysis on whatever the topic was. Unfortunately, this brother died. He was a young man. Darrin Marion was in his 40s, I think, uh, maybe mid to late 40s, and he was not old. This guy died way before his time. And something about death makes you look at your own, um, you know, how how basically we're all susceptible to this. It makes you look at your mortality. We're not invincible. It makes you look at your own mortality, that we don't know how long we're going to be here. Most people expect to grow old and die. We're going to be old. We're going to be in our late 70s, our 80s, 90s. That's how I think. I actually think I'm going to grow to live an old age because most of the, particularly in my dad's side, they live a long time. My dad is 84 years old and he's in great health. He has family members. My grandparents lived to be in their mid 90s, and I also heard that there were people that spoke in the Darrin Marion a few days ago. I was not aware of that. There were people that told me that they knew that Darrin Marion had some health issues. I wasn't aware of that. He may have told me that, but I may have not, may have overlooked it or whatever. But that's not what we usually talked about. We usually were talking about business, and he helped me with my platform. There's some things he did to help me um, with my platform and to showcase things a little better. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm back. So, so my thing is, I was actually online last night browsing around, and then some of my, YouTube pals and so forth made me aware that the brother passed away yesterday, and I was greatly saddened by that. And I was just getting ready to go to bed, and I had to actually think about him and just kind of think about the time that we actually interacted with one another, and I was greatly saddened at that. Greatly saddened by the fact that he passed away. So um, I'm just going to do a short live stream, maybe 30 minutes plus, and kind of talk about things. And I want being. All right, thank you. Huh? Card. I'm gonna do a card. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yes. Okay. Thank you. All right. So yeah, guys. I mean, I first met Darrin Marion through a good friend of mine. You all may know that I interact with up the Unicorn. Um, I met him. He came on my channel a few times last summer, and he would be in the chat. He actually donated also, which was donated to me when I had my DERELL channel, and we would talk a lot. And I would also see him on Upper Unicorn's channel, and I would go on her. I was a frequent person on her channel, and we interacted a lot. We talked. We had a lot of things we agreed. We had some things we disagreed, but we had a great deal of respect for one another. And we basically got along very very well. And it's unfortunate um, that this had to happen. Eventually, we grew to have a working relationship. Also had a professional relationship. The brother helped me out with a website. He created another channel for me that I decided not to do. It got derailed due to my DERELL channel getting shut down, so I wasn't able to do the channel the way I wanted to. Basically, the concept for my channel, DERELL Life Solutions, was a concept that we came up with, and it was called Free Your Mind. Matter of fact, the website that he created for me, Free Your Mind, is actually still up. I decided not to go along with it because it was connected to DERELL Life Solutions, and the it was connected to that email that basically I can't use with Google anymore or YouTube. So I decided to just not do anything with it. But he did create a banging website for me. The concept of me doing a strictly professional channel was something we discussed. Uh, and my DERELL life solution is somewhat a a um, a remnant of that. Not exactly the way we originally discussed it. What's up, V Dub Boogie? Appreciate you for coming in. But we discussed that we wanted to do a professional channel. I was very very open to that because I was getting tired of some of these Negroes in the sector just doing the shit that they were doing, and things went okay, and then I decided to you know um, do this type of channel, and I enjoy doing content on DERELL, and it was thanks to him because at the time when that channel got shut down, I didn't know what direction I wanted to go. And Marion helped me organize my thoughts and the concept of me doing a website and the whole concept of me having it connected. Um, so I went forward with it and I abandoned it a little bit because I went to another sector. And then this year we connected multiple times to revisit the website. What I was going to do was connect my website to the Life Solutions. We were going to go in and change some of the graphics and other things that we wanted to do, and we were going to relaunch it. That was actually my plan to do, but we never were able to get a time to meet. He was a very busy guy. I was also very busy, so a lot of our communication, particularly when we did Zoom meetings and so forth, we had a lot of cancellations. We did a lot of email communication. We just were not able to. It was very difficult for us to meet, especially during the day, because of the things that I was doing and the things that he was doing. So it was very very difficult. But we always managed to communicate, even though we're not able to do the Zoom meetings. But we managed, and so in that, you know, unfortunately, due to his passing, we never got a chance to complete that project. And I do regret that, and it was mostly my fault because I was my hands in so many things. Now I went from having one channel to now I have four channels. I have a music channel. I got DERELL Life Solutions, Rebirth. I got a Pan African channel. I got the Sectors TV, and I'm like, it's a lot. I've actually think I bit off more than I could chew. Um, and so at this moment, I don't stream on this channel as much as I used to. Um, I've been streaming on this channel maybe once a week for the last month and a half. I've been doing a lot of content on my Sectors TV, and I've been doing somewhere around 3 videos a week on um, Life Solutions, which needs to have more than that. Actually, I should be doing 5 videos and maybe a live stream, but that's something I do have to work on. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. You too. So that's kind of where I'm at, man. Me and Darrin, Marion, we talked offline a lot. We talked offline. He's one of the coolest people that I met on here, man. And he was real. The guy was legitimate. He was not one of these Negroes running around fraudulent, pretending to be something they not. He wasn't running around here lying. Um, he wasn't that type of guy. He wasn't that type of guy. He was basically a really good guy that who did a lot of good from what I've heard. And I kind of known that he did a few things, but man, I'm hearing stuff about this brother bought people laptops, gave people laptops to start their content. He helped people with their education financially to do certain things, training. He financially supported a lot of YouTubers. He did that. He was a giving person. He was a person who shared. He was a selfless person who thought of others, probably before he thought of himself. A lot of those things that he didn't really have to do that. He chose to do that. He chose to do that because that's just who he is as a person. He was a person that did things, who was willing to give without worrying about what I'm going to receive in return. And there's not a lot of human beings like that. A lot of people, they're doing something for you. They want to know what's the end game. What am I going to get out of it? Why am I doing this for you? But this guy was very generous guy. And it's a tragedy that we won't be able to hear from him anymore and see him anymore and watch him in the YouTube streets. It's a tragedy, but that's the reality that we live in, unfortunately. And things like this do happen. So many tragedies that happen on YouTube. There's a lot of people that have illnesses. There are a lot of people who have mental illness, who have done things to themselves to harm themselves, to go away, and um, all types of situations because YouTube is reflective in some instances to normal society, to regular society. Content creators are people, and they have issues just like anybody else. Anybody else. And from what I learned, he did have some medical issues. And I don't know what the cause of death was, but I would assume that was probably part of it. And I wish his wife the best, his family. He will be deeply, deeply missed. My last communication with him was probably 3 or 4 months ago. I want to say over the summer, I think. And he was well liked. Darrin Marion was not in beefs. He wasn't trolling people crazy, saying stuff. Now, he had some little heated moments and arguments, and not many, but, minor stuff. But his name wasn't out there like that. That just wasn't his personality. That was not his personality. So guys, I'm basically chilling. Not gonna be on here that much longer. But I wanted to give my respects to him. Pay my respects to his family. Because that's something that is not talked about a lot. We all have families, people connected to us. And a lot of people just see us as content creators, but not understanding we are families, kids. We have a real life. And as content creators, we attempt to, we don't like mission. The two. Especially in the age of doxing and the age of people doing all kinds of stuff with your information. Try to keep things separate. It's not always the easiest thing to do. The brother was real smart, intelligent brother. He was legitimate. He wasn't a Negro trying to come out here pretending that he has skills and knowledge and stuff, and he doesn't. He talked about some of the things that he did a lot. And Darrin, Marion, again, he helped a lot of people behind the scenes. A lot. And I failed to utilize him as much as I should have. You know, I was involved in so many different things. I failed to utilize him. And that was a big mistake. I probably would have accomplished more if I would have developed my website and reconnected it to my new channels. And, you know, we did business. I mean, I wasn't trying to get anything for free. I was paying him for things because he deserves. I wasn't one trying to get anything free from him because I can afford to pay for it. And the fact that I believe in supporting Black businesses. And paying them what they worth. I believe in that. I believe in doing good business with Black people, with our own people. That should be natural. Excuse me. So I'm going to be curious to see some. I saw some content done on Darrin last night. Particularly, I went to DOD's website. I saw that. I mean, his page, and I saw that he did content on him immediately and so on. And that was cool. I got on the panel and spoken about Darrin just in the same manner as I am presently. And, you know, we had a good discussion. And I think he played a video of another female that knew him and knew that he passed away. And she kind of made everybody aware of it. I'm going to just say, guys, man, we don't know when our last day is. We don't know what our last days are, our last meal. We take a lot of things for granted in life, period. Just the mere fact of waking up in the morning, you know, getting on the highway, going to work, your business, your family. Mending just frivolous conflicts with others. We hold grudges. A lot of that stuff is meaningless at the end of the day. I mean, I know we get on YouTube and we entertain and educate, and we talk about our day, what we do in life, what our content is about. We also argue. We do all the things that people do in real life interacting with others, all the dynamics of that. I'm just saying that, sometimes when somebody close to you or somebody you really know and they're no longer here, it makes you reflect on life itself. Am I operating in the manner I should be operating? Should I be doing some things different? Am I making the most of my talents, my presence? Are the people I'm interacting with, are we a value of to each other? So this is actually, man, to be honest with you, this is the first time I have ever did a video on somebody dying that I really knew. I really knew this guy. I knew this guy offline. I've done scenes where they said people died, not like a couple of guys, like Force Windu. I knew him. I didn't really know him that well. Um, there's another guy that passed away. I really know him. I talked about him. But Darrin was someone that I actually really, really knew. And we communicated a lot at one time. A lot. And unfortunate, I wish now that we could have communicated more. So I will be today looking to see others that if anybody does content on him. I'm in communication with a couple of people that I know that were far more closer to him than me. And I got a busy day today. I got some things I got to do. I got a lot going on. And my day is really tight. And I'll be curious to see what the responses are and people that really knew him. Because he knew a lot of people. He knew people that I didn't know he knew. He's been around YouTube for a while. I'm pretty sure he had a lot of background discussions and phone calls and different things with different people. And I'll be finding that out. I knew of some people that he knew, that people that were in the same area spaces as me. But, I'm finding out that there's even more. Um, so Darrin, Marion, brother, um, you was a beautiful person. You lived a great life. I assume you was definitely an asset to our people. We need more people like Darrin, Marion. We need more black men like Darrin. And you're going to be forever missed in the space. And I give all my condolences to your family and so forth. Um, you all had a great person that was in you all's life, and you all probably did a lot to help him develop and evolve into that. So with that being said, guys, I appreciate everybody for coming in, listening to me talk about this. I know this is not a topic that I typically talk about, someone dying and so forth. It's not my typical type of content, but it is, I think, important for me to do so. You all have a great day. And again, Darrin, rest in peace, my brother. Rest in peace.